This is gangster music.
Gangster music, little kid folk. Gangster music, man.
Promote himself. It was here that he paid Gucci Mane and 2 Chainz for features on his upcoming tape. Seeing the success, he was already—
Excuse me, sir. Are you Vice Lord?
What?
Are you Vice Lord?
Am I what?
Vice Lord. Are you the fifth fan?
No.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I thought I was going to have to get on your ass.
He got into a car accident that almost took his life and lost his grandmother shortly after. But these events made him realize how fragile life was, and he got to work building a legacy. From 2010 to 2014, he released over 10 mixtapes, making him one of the most consistent rappers of the time. All of them would do well in the streets, even getting cosigns from mainstream artists. By now, his music was reaching beyond Memphis, and a real buzz was forming around his name. Labels were calling, trying to get him to sign major deals, but he turned down every single offer.
You know, Young Dolph, I guess, turned down a $22 million deal. You heard about that?
Oh, yeah? What the fuck wrong with Dolph? Didn't get that much money?
After Dolph released his first album, titled King of Memphis, things escalated further. He stated the album name didn't mean he was the only king of Memphis, just that he was a king. Despite trying to downplay it in interviews, both sides continued to release songs targeted at each other. Most notably, Young Dolph's Play With Yo Bitch song, which mocks CMG and Yo Gotti for trying to sign him.
Damn,
Things would start to get serious.
Damn. I guess that was a fake Yo Gotti. Damn, bro, you seen how they did Yo Gotti, boy? Y'all see that nigga head, boy? That man head was big as hell. I was like, damn. The hell? I know my head big, but bro head was big and long. Man, what's up with it, man? It's your boy ShortMaster214 live, reporting live from the dungeon. And today, we got that man, it's Dolph. Let's get into it.
This is gangster music. This is gangster music.
Gangster music, little kid folk. Gangster music, man. South Memphis. South Memphis.
Young Dolph.
Lame-o.
You know what it is. The realest nigga in the homeboy.
Woke up feeling like the man of the year. Speeding in the lamb and I ran to a dirt. I only speak money, nigga, definitely can't hear it.
Adolph Thornton Jr. was born July 27, 1985 in Chicago, Illinois. Spending the
First off, man, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Real Memphis legend. You feel me? It's sad that what happened to him. And, you know, I hope the people that did that to him, I hope they get what they deserve on their end. You feel me? Because, you know, karma ain't a thing to play with. But, you know, man, all the hatred, all the hating that y'all doing out here, all the hate you got towards one another, man, go ahead and put that to the side. Look, Kenfo, you ain't gonna get nothing accomplished in life like that. But yeah, man, he definitely was a legend, though. Real talk.
In the first 2 years of his life, he lived with both his parents and 4 siblings.
Mercedes.
He had a large family, and it was even later revealed that he was blood cousins with Juice WRLD. His parents were rumored to have been deep in the dope game and were considered unfit to raise him. His family would become split because of this. At just 2 years old, he moved to Memphis, Tennessee to live with his grandmother with his brothers. Although she did her best to provide for him and his siblings, he stated his childhood was nothing less than a living hell. His grandmother didn't want to see him go down the same path as his father, so she tried to shelter him from the reality of the streets. But she was in her late 70s trying to raise 3 boys in a hood filled with gang and drug activity. By the age of 9, he had already witnessed his first murder and was realizing the situation he was in. Although he tried to respect his grandmother's wishes, he didn't want to put all the responsibility on her. So at age 15, he hopped off the porch with one intention only: get money.
That's what be crazy about the black community. It's like everybody grow up at their granny or their grandpa house, bro. Like that's getting overrated in the black community. Then it be like one bathroom, right? Everybody sharing one bathroom. Everybody got to eat at the same time. Bro, like I know how it feel to be in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that definitely ain't it right there. This is gonna make you jump off the porch.
For him, and he quickly realized he was good at it. He always knew the risk he was taking indulging in the lifestyle, but it was a risk he was willing to take if it meant making it out one day. Despite spending most days after school in the neighborhood, he made it a point to finish school to make his family proud. But he already knew college wasn't an option. At the time, he didn't know how he would make it, but he knew the consequences that would come if he stayed in the streets too long. He built a reputation and started becoming well
Grind
known just by the
clean,
cars he
man.
drove. By his early 20s, he was already stacking a few $100,000. It was addictive to him. The first time he made $100K, he said the only thing he thought about was how easy it was, and how easy another 100 could be. This temptation kept him constantly going for more, but he was still looking for ways out. In 2008, Dolph went to a local music studio in Memphis.
The crazy thing is, bro, Dolph was an independent rapper, bro. He wasn't signed. He was signed to a major, but he was signed to a major independent label. He was signed to Empire, bro. King Von was signed to Empire too, bro. They was really making money. Just as like for an independent rapper that had the type of buzz they had, yeah, bro. You definitely doing your thing.
With a friend. He had no intentions of making music, but he was just there hanging out, messing around. At the time, Jeezy was a huge artist, and his song White Girl was getting played all over the US. The engineer at the studio pulled up the instrumental to that song, and Dolph began freestyling for fun. His friends were shocked by his bars and told him to record the freestyle for real. He didn't release it, but instead he would listen to it while riding around town, and people began asking him to play it whenever they saw him. With the whole hood behind him asking for a full-length mixtape, he knew it was worth a shot. He wasn't concerned with where it could go. He was already making money in the streets. Initially, he rapped under the name Lil Hitler, but quickly changed it to Young Dolph. He started recording more often, and he released his first mixtape, Paper Route Campaign, in 2009. He printed 20,000 copies and passed them out throughout Memphis.
He
A
giving
lot
out
of
the
people
daily
already knew
bread
of
to the
him, so this
community.
only made it easier transitioning from a hustler to a rapper. Going from club to club, he got rid of every CD, and the respect started to show immediately. This was all actually a part of his campaign. Every Friday night, he bought a VIP section.
You know what I be thinking? I be thinking, bro. Like in Memphis when they be going like doing like the clubs and stuff, bro. I be wondering like, do it be dangerous out there? Like is this some don't go to clubs? Like, let me know in the section, like in the comment section. Like, let me know if it's like, if you go to Memphis, like what parts or like what clubs is like the ones that get like the possibility of a gun might get let off in one of the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know in the comment section because I always want to go to Memphis. You know what I mean? Y'all got y'all own dances and everything. Like, telling you.
Ordered 200 wings and 20 bottles, attracting enough attention until the party became a paper route party. He had to take it further though. He decided to go to Atlanta to promote himself. It was here that he paid Gucci Mane and 2 Chainz for features on his upcoming tape. Seeing the success he was already having, he really started to consider this as a way out. He was gaining momentum. People couldn't help but not pay attention to his next move. He booked his first show in Memphis and was paid $5,000. He ended up throwing all the money in the crowd. When asked why he did this, he said he wanted to give the money back to the streets. It was never about money for him. He had a bigger vision.
I'm just doing me, blowing money fast. Remember we didn't have it. Now a nigga got it. Lil' mama too bad.
He got into a car accident that almost took his life and lost his grandmother shortly after. But these events made him realize how fragile life was, and he got to work building a legacy. From 2010 to 2014, he released over 10 mixtapes, making him one of the most consistent rappers of the time. All of them would do well in the streets, even getting cosigns from mainstream artists. By now, his music was reaching beyond Memphis, and a real buzz was forming around his name. Labels were calling, trying to get him to sign major deals, but he turned down every single offer. He knew if he kept grinding, he could make his paper route label become just as big as any label. He later revealed it wasn't just major labels reaching out, but other artists like Yo Gotti, who was also well known in the city. Yo Gotti offered a deal for Dolph, but he turned it down because he didn't need the money, and he didn't want to be known for only signing to someone else. Initially, there were no issues with Dolph turning the offer down. It was just business. He kept making waves in the industry, dropping hit songs like Preach and Cut It with OT Genesis. But by 2016, the Young Dolph and Yo Gotti issue appeared to be a lot larger than before. The two began taking shots at one another in songs and on social media. Dolph stated Yo Gotti was still mad he wouldn't sign to his CMG label or do music with him. This beef would actually divide the city of Memphis for years to come.
That was really crazy, like how Yo Gotti and Young Dolph beef went down. Like that whole scenario was just crazy. Cause there was a lot of people that got caught in the crossfire. Like I know it was. Like just from on the outside looking in, a lot of people got caught in the crossfire with that beef. I feel like sometimes that beef probably got started by some old people. I don't know. I'm not from Memphis, but I'm just saying from the outside looking in, that's what it be looking like.
It was either Paper Route or CMG. Other rappers like Black Youngster, who was signed to Yo Gotti, would also join in the beef. After Dolph released his first album titled King of Memphis, things escalated further. He stated the album name didn't mean he was the only king of Memphis, just that he was a king. Despite trying to downplay it in interviews, both sides continued to release songs targeted at each other. Most notably, Young Dolph's Play With Yo Bitch song, which mocks CMG and Yo Gotti for trying to sign him.
Damn,
things would start to get serious.
Damn. I guess that was a fake Yo Gotti. Damn, bro, you see how they did Yo Gotti, boy? Y'all see that nigga head, boy? That man head was big as hell. I was like, damn. The hell? I know my head big, but bro head was big and long. That's different.
Just one day after this was released, Dolph was in North Carolina in a black SUV. Around 6:30 p.m., a car pulled up next to him and released over 100 shots into the car.
He got that.
Luckily for Dolph, he had already spent $250,000 bulletproofing the entire car. He left the scene without a scratch and performed at the club the same night.
Oh yeah.
This inspired his
That's another thing, bro. I know his car was bulletproof, but bro, 100 shots, bro. Y'all should have known y'all wasn't gonna kill this man when he got past 10 shots, bro. Y'all just had to just shoot the rest of the car. Like, had to be some retarded people doing that.
Next hit song, 100 Shots, but the smoke wasn't clear. In September that same year, Dolph and Yo Gotti were staying at the same hotel in Hollywood, California. 3 men approached him outside the hotel, and a fight broke out. Dolph was knocked to the ground when one man pulled out a gun and shot him multiple times. He was sent to the hospital, but he recovered a few days later. A man named Corey was arrested on an attempted murder charge. Corey was Yo Gotti's affiliate. Surprisingly, things appeared to slow down after this near-death experience, although it was made clear both sides were not going to let up. Dolph's career continued to grow. He shifted his energy to signing new artists and producers to his Paper Route label. Most notably his cousin Key Glock, who also started to make waves for Paper Route in 2018. Their songs together were becoming fan favorites, and they even dropped their collab album, Dumb and Dumber, which peaked at number 5 on the Billboard. Although Dolph had released his first mixtape 10 years before, his music was still evolving, and he was finally getting the recognition he deserved. In July of 2021, Dolph and Paper Route dropped their first label project, Paper Route Illuminati. This helped introduce the world to a variety of new artists he co-signed. He wanted everyone in his Paper Route label to win and was doing everything.
They all got their hand over their eye. Why his hand? Why his triangle open like that? As well, man. As well, man. Girl doing it, damn. I don't know what
he could to make that a reality.
I woke up and looked in the mirror. Said, Dolph, you that nigga.
Unfortunately, on November 17th, Dolph left his home in Memphis in his Camel sports car. He headed down to a local bakery where he often bought his favorite cookies from. While ordering inside, a car pulled up alongside the shop and opened fire. Dolph was hit at least 2 times and passed away on the scene. Memphis police encouraged people to stay inside, as Dolph's influence is so large in the city, they feared retaliation. Photos of 2 suspects and a Mercedes-Benz coupe have been released, but they have not been identified yet, as law enforcement are still building the case. Fans bombarded Yo Gotti's comment section on Instagram, assuming he may have been involved in this, but it's too early to make assumptions to that degree. Young Dolph spent 12 years building his empire that he said his kids' would eat off of. There's no question that he accomplished that goal, but he also wasn't anywhere close to being done. As an artist that stayed true to himself, stayed independent, and took the long road, he had a long life ahead of him. Memphis and the rest of the hip-hop community will miss him, but the paper route empire is forever.
Yep.
It's the rap game, but this really ain't nothing but the streets. You gotta play this game right.
I ain't gonna lie. Key Glock holding it down right now for PRE. But that is sad that Young Dolph gone, you know. And his career was really just starting to take off, really. But I wouldn't even say it like that because Young Dolph been around since like 2000 to 2010s, bro. He's already rapping for like almost 10 years. So, yeah, you know, he was a Memphis favorite. You know what I mean? And then, you know, they say Yo Gotti had something to do with the reason why he died, bro. But you don't know. And don't nobody really know why he gone right now. It's just that as a rapper, bro, you gotta watch how you moving, bro. Because he was just, think about it, he just went to go get some cookies, bro. Him going to go get some cookies and he gone. Got kids and everything. Like that's crazy. Like that you think about that. You got some killers out here that be knowing like who you is and knowing your background, and they'll still kill you. Like they don't care if you got kids or none of that. Like that's kind of cold blooded. But you know that's how some people is nowadays. But you know Memphis kind of like a cutthroat city just from on the outside looking in, not just trying to throw it like make the city look bad or nothing like that. But I know that Memphis kind of seem like this is how it is. So you know hatred and animosity is amongst the people that's some of the people that's there. So sometimes people will try to leash their anger out on somebody by doing some harm to them. So that's why I say as a rapper, you in danger anyway. Like especially if you move around in the ghetto and you ain't got no security team. Like I don't see how he didn't have no security team with him. I don't know if he did have security, but if he did, his security wasn't doing their job. They said he had security every day. That's what people were saying. But you know how rumors get around. So I don't know, man. I just feel like wrong place, wrong time with that whole situation, bro. Just the wrong place, wrong time. Another one of the greats gone. But you know they got PRE, they got Grove Hero, they got Key Glock, Kenny Money. They got a lot of people in PRE, bro. So PRE still here, still distributed through Empire. They still going strong. So I don't really see nothing really wrong with Dolph legacy going down the drain or nothing like that. But yeah, man, it's a sad thing. Lost a legend though. But you know, Dolph out of Memphis, you ain't gonna never get another Young Dolph. But you know, Memphis got some more legends to come. But yeah, man, rest in peace, Young Dolph, man. It's your boy ShortMaster214 reporting to y'all from the dungeon, man. I'm gonna be back at y'all later on this week to bust y'all on top of y'all head with some more videos, man. Turn on, man.